Hi, so I want to go over body psychology, specifically in the neck. So when I talk about body psychology, it's really how we store emotions in the physical body, like trauma, and how it gets manifested physically into pain. So a lot of us go through moments where we constantly have neck stiffness, neck pain, and then this causes us to not sleep very well. So where does this come from? Do you think it comes from your pillow, which it might? You think it comes from stress, which it definitely does, but what is the emotion behind it? The reason that it's important to know these things is once you have understanding or awareness of an emotion, you can have the opportunity to have containment over it. So, the neck rules the door to the conscious and subconscious mind. We are only 88% we're 12% conscious, 88% subconscious. Our body is our subconscious mind. So this is why it's important to have a mind-body connection. And the neck is a huge component of that mind-body connection. So when you have a conversation, when you have decisions that you have to make, especially if it has to do with morals and ethics, like for instance, lawyers, they have a lot of neck pain and migraines because they're constantly having to make very big decisions for large groups of people. So you have about 3 days every single night when you go to sleep to be able to process information that you retained from that specific day to vent it out during sleep. But when you're overloaded with all of this information, your subconscious is protecting you and taking all that information in. And the conscious mind is overactive. And so the door stays shut to protect the subconscious mind. And so over these 3 days, if you're overloaded and that door is shut, it's going to affect your sleep. You might not sleep very well, meaning you're not going to be able to vent out any of that information. So when you're not venting it out, your body manifests it strongly. That's why you wake up with neck pain. So typically it's having really tough conversations. It's thinking a lot. So how are you able to counter this emotional manifestation or this physical manifestation? Making a decision, finally making a decision, finding a difference in the way that you communicate so it's not so adversarial, being able to write things down and journal. It's asking you to bring the energy out from the neck into an external or conceptual manner. So how can you get it out of your system? So just think of how can you pour it out. Writing, speaking, those kinds of things. So going to see a therapist, and these things are going to help you sleep better. Hypnotherapy is a really good way to relieve a lot of neck pain along with craniosacral. But the neck rules decisions, and it rules the door that opens the subconscious to the conscious mind. So just know that you've been overstimulated with the words you say to yourself or the conversations that you've been having or decisions that you have to make. So becoming more decisive, making a decision, saying something out loud, speaking up for yourself, and taking a step back from having to have so much responsibility over making decisions can also help. But it usually tells you that you need to be able to have longer sleep. You're not venting things out. The door is staying closed. So I hope this helped. Thank you guys.